A lot of you asked if I could make a longer side body flow. Here it is. It's a really long and juicy one. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how it feels. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really, really appreciate it if you do. I'll see you on the mat. It's great if you have a yoga strap with you, a blanket that you can roll up, as well as perhaps 2 yoga blocks in case you want to integrate them. So let us start standing, hip distance apart. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, and just close your eyes. Tune yourself into your breath to the Ujjayi breathing. So feel and hear the sound of the Ujjayi breath, which sounds like the ocean. So deep inhalation through the back of your throat, full complete exhalation out through the back of the throat. Just see if you can find the rhythm of your breath as we connect the breath with the movements, creating a flow. And then all we're trying to do is work our way into these different situations, aka yoga poses, asanas, and to see how we can find sukha, the joy, the ease, and the sthira, the firmness, the grounding, the centering. So trying to find a balance between the two. Palms together in Namaste. And draw your chin into your chest. So bow down into the highest within yourself. Have compassion towards yourself, self-love towards yourself as you practice. And feel free to set an intention for your practice. Then open your eyes and interlace your fingers, right index finger on top of the left. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Really root down into the feet, draw up through the pelvic floor, lift through the lower belly, lift through the heart. And then exhale as you fold, touch Ajna and Anahata. Inhale to halfway pose. And exhale, fold it over. Bend your knees as much as you need to, even if your hamstrings are long and you can keep them straight. Inhale, rise to the top, right index finger on top of the left. Palms face up. And then exhale to Namaste. Give Ajna and Anahata a little bit of a touch to remind to keep the head and the heart merged together. Inhale, left index finger on top of the right, stretch up and back. And then exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold it again. Inhale, rise, left index finger on top of the right, stretch up, lengthen. And exhale, Namaste. Good, we move on. Inhale, rise. Find the cactus arms, bend the elbows, arch back a little bit. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back. Find that full extension from the heel to the crown of the head. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, wave yourself into a plank pose. And then exhale, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin into the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra, or if upward facing dog feels good, go for it. And exhale, round it into cat stretch. The arms will be further in front, what they normally are in cat. Inhale, arch it to cow. Exhale, draw your hips back and go to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee into the navel, step it forward. Find that full extension from the left heel to the crown of the head. Exhale, the left foot forward, halfway pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. And again, exhale, fold. Touch Ajna and Anahata. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot back. Find that full extension. Good. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog if that feels good. Exhale, round it into cat. Press the floor away from you. Inhale, arch it to cow. Curl the toes under. Exhale, draw the hips back towards a child and go to downward facing dog. Keep the heels off the floor, knees bent. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to navel, round and step it forward. Inhale, step right foot forward, halfway pose. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, namaste. Good, I'm going to add on to this. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step right foot back. Inhale, lower the right knee into the floor. Anjana Asana, send the hips forward. Arms can be straight or you can bend into cactus arms. And then exhale, fingertips to the floor. Straighten out both of your legs. Fold over the left thigh as much as you can. Keep your front body open. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale, round it into cat. Inhale, arch it to cow. Exhale, child and downward facing dog. This time maybe pedal a little bit through your feet or draw both of your heels into the floor. Feel the chest drawing towards your thighs, length into the spine, length into both sides of your spine, and draw the weight back into your heels. Inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged dog. And then exhale, either step the right foot forward or jump it forward. Left foot follows. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. In, rise it again. And exhale, fold it over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, lower the knee, Anjana Asana. Lean forward, lift up, and go back. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Use the blocks and straighten out both of your legs. Keep the openness from the Anjana Asana as you fold over. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, wave it into a plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog. And exhale again, round it into cat, getting a lot of core. Inhale, arch it into cow. And exhale, child and downward dog. Really press the floor away from you, your shoulders. Stay away from your ears. Find the length of your spine. Draw the sitting bones to the ceiling and work your weight back into your legs. So as your heels work their way into the floor, see if you can lift your toes up off the floor. Draw the energy up through the fronts of your shins and your quads. And then feel the energy drawing down through the backs of your thighs, your hamstrings and calves. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, jump or step the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale, rise. And exhale, namaste. Good, so I'm going to add on to this. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, bring the arms down and behind your back. Right index finger on top. Inhale, lift your chest, root down into the feet, drawing through the lower belly, lift through the heart. And then exhale, fold it forward. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, release the arms, halfway pose. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, lower the knee, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, fingertips to the floor, palms onto blocks. Straighten out both legs and fold. Inhale to low lunge and reach the left arm to the ceiling, twist it open. And then exhale, left forearm to the thigh, pivot that right heel in, extended side angle. Root into the outer edge of that right foot, keep your toes lifted, press down into your left forearm against the thigh, lift with the left side body and roll the navel and the heart up towards the sky. Feel free if you want to bend the elbow here and support your head. And you'll feel a delicious stretch into the right side of your spine. Good, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, right here. Inhale, reverse, warrior two, look down to the side or up. And then exhale, cartwheel, hands to the floor. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale here. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale to baby cobra, soft landing. Lift your legs, squeeze your buttocks, squeeze the backs of your thighs, press the hands away so you plug your shoulder blades together, find length from your toes to the crown of the head. So as much as this is about lengthening our hamstrings and finding long hamstrings, it's also about finding strength in our hamstrings. So some stability, some strength. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, round it into cat. Inhale, arch it to cow. Exhale, child, and downward facing dog. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. Set your eyes at a spot there behind you. Stay with your breath. Find the elongation of the inhale and the exhale. Then inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged. Exhale, draw the knee into the navel, step it forward or jump it forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, namaste. Good, so we're going to repeat this on the other side. Are you having fun yet? Inhale, rise. And then exhale, bring the arms down and behind your back. Left index finger on top of the right. Inhale, lift your chest, open. And then exhale, hinge it forward. Inhale, release the arms, halfway pose. And exhale, step that left foot back. Inhale, lower the knee, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, fingertips to the floor, palms onto the blocks. Straighten out the leg. Inhale, low lunge, lift the right arm, twist it open to the right. And then exhale, extended side angle, right forearm to the thigh. Pivot that left heel in and reach that left arm up and over the left ear. Don't sink into the shoulders, sink into your hips. Draw up through the right side and root to the outer edge of that left foot so you feel that stretch into the left side body. This is all preparation for what's to come. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to a warrior two and exhale it right there. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel, hands to the floor. Inhale to plank pose. And exhale right here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, baby cobra. Lengthen it all the way out. Hold it. Lift your hands off the floor. Extend the arms behind. See if you can draw your heels in and take a hold of your ankles. Hold on to your ankles. Just drop your head. Settle yourself into your breath. See if you can stretch the legs away and see how you can find your breath. Notice that when you inhale, your body will lift up. And then when you exhale, your body will drop down. So see if you can find just that little ebb and flow in your breath. This is a challenging pose to be in. Requires quite a lot of strength in the back body and quite a lot of opening in the front body. Good, and slowly release. Ground the palms to the floor, elbows on top of your wrists. Inhale to upward dog. And exhale to cat stretch. Draw off the head, shake it loose. Inhale, arch it into cow. And then exhale, draw the hips back. And go into downward facing dog. Yay. Full breath in. Full breath out. Noticing any changes? Yeah, it's all about finding that balance between the front body and the back body, the lower body, the top body, or the upper body, and then the side body. And there's usually always one category maybe that we favor, that we quote unquote are good at. Doesn't matter. This is just exploring maybe a different side to our body, a different side to ourselves. And then inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, jump or step that left foot forward. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold. In, rise. And exhale, namaste. Good, just take a moment now and just notice how you feel so far into the flow. And we're going to add on from here. Inhale again, rise. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, just step it back into a downward facing dog. Okay, so finding our downward dog, you're going to turn the left heel in a little bit on a diagonal. And then you're going to lift the right leg off, pour some extra weight into the right arm and the left leg, take some weight out of the left arm, and you're going to see if you can take a hold of the right foot. Okay? And then draw the leg away. Hold it here. Just giving your wrist, left wrist, a little bit of a stretch. Good, and then release. And then rebalance in the downward dog. And we'll try this on the other side, of course. So turn that right heel in. Try to feel the weight drawing into that right foot. Lift the right hand off the floor and pour the weight into the left arm. And then breathe in. So although this is not side body, it's testing each side of our body. So that's what this practice is about. So maybe getting into that side that's a little weaker, maybe a little lazy, not fully integrated. Stretch the leg away and feel the stretch into the right wrist and the left hip flexor, psoas. Good, and release. Ooh, lovely. Okay, now lower the knees into the floor. Point your feet and come into a child's pose. You can separate the knees a little bit if you want to, and then come into the praying child. So let your elbows be on the floor, palms together. Draw your hips back and let your forehead rest onto the floor. If you feel better resting your forehead onto a block, go for it. But I want you to really explore the length of each side of your spine.
So as you feel that your hips draw back, feel that your elbows draw forward. So you get a pretty deep stretch into your tricep, the back of your arms, but also your side body. So this is going to come in handy. So we'll be moving ourselves towards a modified Visvamitrasana. And I have a tutorial on this in case you want to take a look at that. Come into a tabletop position. And we'll gradually work our way towards it. So keep your strap next to you. You might need it. You're going to extend your left leg out. You might want to extend your right leg so that you'll be facing me, depending on how you've set yourself up. So you're going to exhale, draw your nose and your knee together. Inhale, extend. Exhale. And inhale, extend. So here it's important that you really draw up into your chest, into your abdomen, that you press the floor away from you, and that you feel the stretch into the left side of your spine. Good, and one more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Good, then pause there. Shift the weight into the left arm and reach the right arm to shoulder height. And then bend the left leg and take a hold of your foot or your ankle and stretch the leg away. So this one is exactly the same as the previous pose that we did, like a half bow pose from downward facing dog. Gives you a perspective. So draw into yourself, like draw in through the navel, draw into your heart, and then from there expand out. So just like on the airplane when we're asked to put our own oxygen mask on first, we do that and then we can save the world from there. So draw that energy, that prana into yourself first and foremost as you expand. Then extend the arm and the leg and then ground the right palm to the floor. Turn your right foot to the side and ground that left foot to the floor and reach the left arm up and over the left ear. So I apologize, this might be the exact opposite for you. Well, you'll figure it out. You're a smart yogi, and we only have two sides to work with, so it shouldn't be too complicated. Don't make it harder on yourself than what this is. So root into the outer edge of your foot, stretch the arm up and over the ear, and press the floor away from you. So now I'm strengthening my right side and stretching my left side. And then press the floor away as you flex the left foot and you lift up, and you go into Parigasana, gates pose. And you can bend the elbow so you get the stretch into the right side of your spine there. And float it back. Swing and sway into a modified side plank. And do that again a few more times. Good. And stay with your breath. That's what makes this yoga. Otherwise, it's just movement. Notice how you feel. Good, a few more times. Oh, always feels so good to stretch the side body. It opens and expands us, maybe in a new direction, a different direction. And one more. Good. And then slowly come up and bend your left leg, which might be your right leg. So you're going to hold it here. If you need a block, you can place a block next to your foot and bend sideways like you're doing a modified extended side angle. You can hold it here, or if you want to, you can try to go into a binding position. Okay, so pin your shoulder blades together, roll your shoulders open. Try to keep your toes lifted and root into the four corners of your feet. So try to avoid gripping into the toes, into the shoulders, into your face. Just find your breath. Good. And then gradually release, and you're going to come back out of it. Now you can repeat that or we can take it a step further. Keep your strap next to you, and we'll try to practice the modified Visvamitrasana. So we work our shoulder in front of the knee. The arm is going to go behind, so my left arm is going behind my left foot. I lean over onto my left arm. I lift the foot off the floor. And this is where the hamstring and the side body flexibility comes in. I place my right hand on top of the left foot, and then I try to straighten the leg out and peek from underneath my arm, my bicep. And I stay here and I breathe and release. And very mindfully draw in through the abdomen and gradually come up and just shrug your shoulders. Okay, so that's it. So if that was hard, you can take a strap and we can practice it the same thing a second time. So bend to the side, any of the variations that I gave you. Your hand goes behind, and if you felt like you could almost do it, then what you can do is take the strap around your foot, create a little leverage, and the leg straightens. And voila, there you go. And release it. And slowly come back up. Oh, yeah, wasn't that fun? Just open the arms, inhale, open and expand. And then exhale, draw the energy into you. Inhale, open, so this takes quite a lot of effort. And then exhale, draw it in. So we're using quite a lot of energy, but we're using it to open and expand ourselves and just to fill our prana account up and just opening up our horizons. And one more time. So when life throws you sideways, just notice who is on your side and notice that you have all these tools that you can draw yourself into, and you have infinite possibilities. Flex the foot again, go back into Parigasana. Notice how that feels this time around, and lift it up. Go into that modified side plank. Aren't you happy we're going to do it again? Then ground the left palm to the floor. Draw up into the abdomen as you curl the back toes under. Press the floor away from you and draw the right knee towards your right elbow. Puff up your upper back, lower the knee to the right wrist, and then exhale, pull it up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, pull it up. And then inhale to three-legged down dog. Good. Open up your hips. Stack them on top of each other. Circle that wrist if that feels good. Stay here, or if you want to go into the wild thing, go for it. Flip Z-dog. Drop the head, arch back. Open yourself to that newfound right side body. And rewind. Go back to three-legged dog. Inhale and lower that foot to the floor and rest it into a child's pose. And this time just rest the arms at the side of your body. Ooh, yeah. Shake out your head, just flutter your lips. If it feels good to sigh, go for it. And see if you can soften your hips against your feet. Breathe into your back body. And just notice how you feel. So good. And withdraw. Draw in through the navel and gradually lift it up. And let us do this on the other side, shall we? So come into a tabletop position again. So set yourself up so your arms are shoulder distance, legs are hip distance. Extend the right leg out. And then exhale, draw the nose and the knee together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. exhale, and inhale. Just a few more times. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Pause, shift the weight into the right arm, lift the left arm up, hold it there, and then work the left arm behind. Take a hold of the foot or the ankle, stretch the leg away, draw in to expand out. And then once you've drawn into yourself and you expand out, it will feel really different. Extend the arm and the leg. Then lower the left hand to the floor. Turn to the side. Ground the right foot to the floor. So if you're doing the opposite, of course, keep that in mind. I'm lifting up through my left side as I'm reaching my right arm up and over. Sorry to keep my back on you if I am. Breathe in and breathe out. And then flex the right foot, turn your toes up. Inhale, lift and bend it to the side for Parigasana. And you might want to bend the elbow, roll the navel and the heart up towards the sky, and then float it back into that modified side plank. Oops, I'm getting yoga drunk here, so losing my balance. It's good to have excuses, right? Good, a few more times. And you'll just notice that the more you're drawn into yourself, physically or mentally or spiritually, life just flows a little bit easier. Good. It's easier on your joints, and come up. All right, bend the right leg, hold it, drop the shoulders down. And now you can keep your block here, or I'll turn myself to face you. Or you can go ahead and bind. Notice how that feels. Okay, just create space so that you can breathe. It can definitely feel a bit restricting, maybe even a bit suffocating, but don't be hard on yourself. Practice compassion towards yourself, self-love, and release and come up. Good, now we're going to go into that modified Visvamitrasana. So we'll try and notice how it feels without the strap first, and notice how this side feels. So keep the arm behind the leg, shift your weight into the right arm, take a hold of the right foot with your left hand, and then try to straighten the leg out and peek from underneath your arm. Hello, hello world, sideways, and gradually come up. We'll practice that a second time, which is good, especially if one side feels a bit tighter or weaker. Circle your wrists, and if you found that you needed the strap, get your strap on, and let's try it again. Okay, so just in your own time, in your own space, take the strap and stretch it away. Good, and release and lower it down. Ooh, wasn't that fun? What did you discover? Let me know in the comments. Open, so just open and expand. And then exhale, draw it in. Good, inhale, open, just feel your own energy, feel your own vibration. And as we teach ourselves to draw the energy into ourselves, as we get to know ourselves a little bit better, and we have that energy to use when maybe life is thrown sideways, or maybe we take a new direction, a different direction. We can find that sukha and that joy and lessen the dukkha, the suffering. All right, release. Oh, straighten out the leg. Go back into Parigasana. Notice how your side body feels. And come up. Go into the modified side plank. And then ground the right palm to the floor as you do. Draw up into the abdomen. Press into the back toes. Draw up that left knee to the left armpit, elbow. Lower it to the wrist. Pull it back up. Lower it back down. Pull it back up. One more time. Inhale it down and exhale it up. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Whoo! Open up your hips, stack them on top of each other. You can bend the leg, stay here, or if you want to, flip Z dog again. Lift and arch it back. Good. Shake it loose. And rewind back to three-legged down dog. Whoo! Then jump or step that left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway pose. Exhale and fold. Shake it loose. Inhale, halfway pose. And then place your palms underneath your feet. Try to draw your toes and your wrists towards each other. Let the tops of your hands rest onto the floor. Lift the heart as you inhale and then fold over your thighs. Right, so this is another deep stretch into your hamstrings, into your lower back, and also giving your wrists a good counter stretch, because no doubt do they feel it in these poses when we're asking our wrists to support basically most of our body. You can wiggle your toes, just giving your wrists a good massage. Good, and inhale halfway. Release your hands from the feet. And one more time, exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise it all the way up to the top. And exhale, namaste. So good. Are you feeling good? We're basically now at the top of the mountain and we're going to open sideways. Now come into a temple pose position. So open your legs as wide as they can be. Just lower and lift a little bit. So drawing the energy in through the inner thighs, up into the pelvic floor. Here, the hamstrings are strengthening and our buttocks are also strengthening. So just making sure that we find this balance between strength and flexibility, right? Between sukham and stiram, the sukha, the joy, as I've said a few times, and the stira, the stability. So we can't have one without the other, without finding some balance. Now, we're going to go into the temple pose or goddess pose, and then go into what I call the Indian dancing position. So we dip down a bit, we cross the foot behind, we take a hold of our wrist and we stretch and we bend sideways. And then we go back into the temple, we push off, find our lightness, take a hold of the wrist with the opposite hand, and we go down. Do that a few more times. Just noticing how your side body feels here, getting a little bit deeper into the hips. Right, so although triangle poses are great, can't just do the same poses over and over again. It's nice to change it up, even though doing something that is the same over and over again, of course, is also has a purpose. And release it down. Good. Just go as deep into this as you can and cross your right elbow on top of the left. lift your elbows and drop your shoulders down. From here, move your head a little bit side to side. Maybe chin lowers and lifts. And open. And then do the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, and then open. Beautiful. Straighten the legs out. Turn your heels out. So you're pigeon-toed. And then you're going to hinge it forward. Extend the arms out in front of you, like you're doing a wide-legged downward-facing dog. Just shake out your head. Feel free, if you want to go into a headstand now, feel free to go into a headstand. Good, and then lift up. So now take the left ankle with your right hand and your left hand to the right ankle. And you're going to peek from underneath your right arm. Right, so this is creating a bit of a twist as well as a side bend. We're getting further into our hips. And release. And now you're going to change that left arm to your right wrist, left arm to the ankle, right hand. And you're going to go in the other direction. Breathe in and breathe out, even though you might feel a bit twisted, a little weird in this position. Stay with your breath. Good, and then gradually come back to the center. And now you're going to face the front and step the left foot forward, hip distance apart, or wider, shoulder distance apart, and slowly go down into a low Indian squat. Just pause here for a moment. And sit down. Good. You're going to roll yourself down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep your heels towards your buttocks. Just adjust the pelvis and make sure your lower, middle, and upper back is in the floor. And rest the arms at the side of your body. So we're going to go into bridge pose or wheel pose, whichever one you want to practice. And I'll add a variation to it. So keep your toes lifted, root into the four corners of your feet. Then draw the tailbone under. Imagine that you have a string attached to your tailbone. Draw the navel in and gradually roll your spine off the floor. And once your pelvis is as high as it can go, wiggle your shoulder blades together and interlace your fingers. Okay, so you can hang out here in bridge pose, or you can place your hands behind your shoulders and press up into a wheel pose. Yogi's choice. So we're just going to do one long one. You can lift your heels, straighten the legs out. Or if you want to, pour the weight into the left leg and reach the right leg to the ceiling. Go for it. And then change to the other side, shift the weight into the right leg and reach that left leg up. Good, release it down. And then if you want to lift right arm, go for it. And lift left arm, go for it. And release it down. Ooh, I don't know, my wrists felt a little weak today for some reason. And that can happen, so just circle your wrists once you're all the way down. If you were in bridge pose, roll yourself down gradually. And just give your wrist a little bit of a stretch there and a little bit of a massage. Ooh. Change it to the other side. Excellent. And then pause. So good. Draw your knees into your chest. So really roll the shoulders back. Give your lower back a good deep stretch there. And feel free to find a happy baby pose. Soles of your feet facing the ceiling, holding on to the outsides of the feet and drawing your knees towards your armpits. Good, and release it. Okay, cup your hands around the knees, lift your head, and just rock and roll a little bit forward and back. Just to give your spine a bit of a massage. And come up to a seated position. And then you can take your blanket and roll it up into a little cylinder shape. If you don't have a blanket, you can also take your yoga block, and we're going to keep either the blanket or the yoga block right where our shoulder blades are. Keep the legs extended, separated, and rest the head back. Make sure that you feel comfortable in this position, so you might have to adjust yourself a little bit. And I love to stay in this position with the cactus arms. And just notice now how you feel after this. Just let your breath be as natural as you possibly can. So you want to feel that this is a little bit of a stretch into your chest and into your shoulders, but you don't want it to be too deep. You want it to be at a comfortable level where you can still stay comfortably with your breath. And you can feel like you can soften. So now that we've opened up our side body so much, we have now created much more width and much more depth within ourselves. We have much more capacity now to take fuller inhales and more complete exhales. And this is wonderful in keeping our nervous system calm. So when adversity strikes, you know that you have the capacity to get through it. And that is such a lovely, lovely thing. That getting out of diversity and getting through diversity creates mental resilience, mental agility. But the more we can try to find our ease, our sukha, where we're at, and the sthira, the stability where we're at, doesn't matter how it looks. It's more about how it feels, and can you breathe fully in that moment. Just breath by breath, step by step, pose by pose, situation by situation. Try not to be attached to the outcome, just put your effort in, just practice. If you want to stay in this position a little bit longer, feel free, or otherwise you can just roll yourself to the side. Don't lift straight up ever from a position like that. And then push yourself up a little bit sideways. And then you can place this blanket behind your knees, and then you can rest into a Shavasana position. And just let your breath be free now.
you naturally inhale, your belly will expand. And as you naturally exhale, your belly will go back to normal. So stay for as long as you want. If you can stay 5-10 minutes, amazing. Just allow the practice to come together in whichever way it needs to, has to, or wants to. Stay open and allow it to happen. Just pause the video, stay for as long as you want. And when you're ready to come out of it, work your legs together and draw your non-dominant leg in, and then your dominant leg in second. Cup your hands around your knees and roll yourself up. Good, and cross your legs. I don't know about you, but I feel expansive. Yeah, ready to take on the rest of my day here in London. I hope you are too. Victory! Namaste. Let me know in the comments how this felt. Thumbs it up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Have a good day. Go sideways.